Welcome back to BNG Hockey, where it's always black and gold. This probably isn't the video you were expecting from me today. Honestly, with all this Bruins drama going on, I don't want to put too much into that. I really doubt that there's that much going on between Pastrnak and Marchand, and I definitely doubt that they're going to do anything about it, even if there was. They're not trading their captain, and they're not trading their best player. So I don't really want to spend too much time on that, but I do want to talk about two players who also reportedly have beef that might be on their way to the Boston Bruins. Let's talk about it. The Bruins are not the first team to reportedly have locker room drama this season. JT Miller and Elias Pettersson, it's been reported that they haven't exactly been getting along this year in the Canucks locker room. Now, both players have recently come out to try and clear the air on this, but their names continue to pop up in trade rumors. And the most recent team involved in these trade rumors was the Boston Bruins, who have called the Canucks about both these centermen. Now, that's not too surprising. Honestly, this is probably just the Bruins doing their homework on centermen because they desperately need one. I want to start off by talking about Elias Pettersson. I think he's the least likely of the two to actually make his way to Boston, but it's still worth talking about. Elias Pettersson is a 26-year-old left-shot centerman, originally selected in the 2017 draft, 5th overall in the first round. He's signed for 7 more seasons with a whopping cap hit of $11.6 million per season. He's not having the best year. In 34 games, he has 10 goals, 18 assists for a total of 28 points. His entire NHL career, he's played in 441 games, scoring 180 goals, 260 assists for a total of 440 points. Now, this is a superstar player in his prime, arguably still getting better, and even though he's a little streaky at times, this guy's a legit number one stud. Now, the Bruins really aren't going to be able to pull this off in my mind. I don't think you're going to be able to package together a bunch of third-line bums and get Elias Pettersson. Now, if this Pastrnak drama is true, things start to go south. You really want to get crazy and do a one-for-one superstar-type trade, you could theoretically do that, but I don't know what that does for this team. I don't really think that makes you better trading Pastrnak for Pettersson. You'd still only have one superstar player, and you're just having a center instead of a winger, which maybe some people are interested in that, but it's not like Pettersson is the best natural centerman either. In fact, he's played a little bit of wing in his career as well, and I just think he's an even softer, streakier player than Pastrnak is, so at that point, if you're doing a one-for-one, I'd rather keep Pastrnak. Now, if you can pair these two together, that would be an incredible pair to see. Just imagine a power play with this guy on one side and Pastrnak on the other, just ripping pucks and making plays. That would be fun to watch. I just think it's going to be a hard package deal for the Bruins, but I like that they're throwing their hat in the ring and seeing what sticks. Now, the next player I do think is much more likely to come to the Bruins and is a way better fit. JT Miller. Now, this guy is a Bruin. Unfortunately, he's leaving his prime when you have a guy like Pettersson entering his prime, but still, this guy can play, and he would definitely fill a big hole on this Bruins roster. He's a 31-year-old left-shot centerman, originally selected in the first round of the 2011 draft, 15th overall by the New York Rangers. He's signed for 5 more years after this one with a much more manageable cap hit of $8 million per season. And at the end of his deal, he will be 37, so that's a little bit scary. Kind of reminds me of like a David Backes type contract where the end of that deal looks real scary. But if you are trying to compete in the here and now and trying to fill that hole, this guy certainly does so. In 30 games this season, he has 8 goals, 21 assists for a total of 29 points. His entire NHL career, he's played in 829 games, scoring 246 goals, 422 assists for a total of 668 points. This guy's a beast on the power play, really good on the faceoff dot, has a little bit of grit and snarl to his game, and definitely brings that compete level each and every night. Something this Bruins team desperately needs. And he's a guy who's had some winning done before, and with the Canucks, he's really grown into a superstar player. honestly getting better as he's getting older. Now, you can't expect that forever, and he's probably going to hit a decline sooner than later, but watching this guy on a line with David Pastrnak would be special. Miller's a really good playmaker. He can shoot the puck, too. So if the Bruins are really serious about this, I could see them doing a package of something like Trent Frederick, maybe Matthew Poitras, since you're not playing him or calling him up from the AHL anyway, and maybe a guy like Hampus Lindholm. Who knows? Maybe they want Nikita Zadorov back. Maybe he would be interested in going that way too. I wouldn't love trading Pavel Zacha because he's one of your only other skilled forwards. I really want to add to this forward group and keep the few top 6 players that we have. Even though a guy like Zacha isn't a superstar, the Bruins really need some scoring depth. Just watching a team like Tampa last night, seeing the depth they have throughout their lineup, the Bruins need some help. They have way too many guys playing way too high in the lineup, so even adding a guy like JT Miller, you're still going to need some help after that. So I'm not sure what the Bruins are going to do package-wise. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's probably just them doing their homework, but of the two, this guy makes sense for the Bruins, much more manageable for a cap hit. You can make it work money-wise with some of the guys the Bruins have on the trading block, some of the guys they'd be okay moving. So who knows? Maybe JT Miller comes and fills that hole for the Bruins for a couple more years while they look for their centerman of the future. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Bruins have a real shot at landing one of these Canucks stars, or do you think it's just going to be a rumor? You can leave a comment down below about the Marchand and Pastrnak drama too. Again, I really don't think there's too much behind that, but it is happening today, so I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Might even give you some more of mine in the chat down below too, so feel free and leave that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big like, and if you haven't already, subscribe.